We have been working with the theatre for about 4 years or so. So for us it's quite an important part of our community involvement, showing our teams here that we're part of the Winchester community where they live and we work. So that's very important for us.
So as far as sponsorship is concerned, we just have an ongoing company involvement because I'm principal of the Operatic Society, so I've sung here many times in various things, so I've an ongoing relationship with theatre.
Without regional theatre, you've basically got a big gap which isn't filled by anything. It doesn't get filled by cinema, it doesn't get filled by libraries, it's live theatre that needs to be experienced by people. I like being involved with that. I'm a customer of the theatre, but I also work with the theatre to make sure that we get that message out to as many people as possible, to bring as many people in to the arts as possible, both community-based work, brand names, whatever it is, however we can get people through the door. It's important to keep that level of culture going within the different areas. So that's why I like working with the theatre a lot.
It's just a great opportunity to show work. It's like a captive audience. You get a great variety of different people coming and seeing your work who wouldn't normally come, and it's great having the feedback.
It's a fantastic facility in the city. We're a Winchester-based group, predominantly Winchester young people. We have about 40 young people every year from the communities who come to us. So for them to be able to perform in their theatre and build that relationship with the theatre very early in their lives is just fantastic.
Still this wow factor that it's so different. And people who haven't been for a long time or are new to the theatre are totally amazed at how different it is inside and often say to me if I'm on duty, isn't this just wonderful?
When we're involved in community action ourselves, we've actually done things with the theatre. So it's a relationship whereby we think it's much more than sponsorship. It's actually, the theatre gets a benefit and so do we.
It's just such a nice little provincial theatre. And one that would have been an absolute tragedy to have demolished.
What do you enjoy about youth theatre? I enjoy the plays we do at the end because it is a real sensation to be on the stage and actually act with all your friends. I'd say I've made a lot of new friends here. Well, I like the environment. It's really buzzing with excitement. Crazy but fun.
So how did you guys like being in the Theatre Royal pantomime last year?
It was great because you get to work with professional actors.
Oh, cool. What did you think, Max?
I thought being in front of an audience with adult actors and other children was a really good experience.
What the Theatre Royal in particular does very well is it's open to ideas of how it can be more accessible to a whole range of people, not just traditional theatre goers, but anything from people that live on a housing estate and live in nowhere and want to get their kid into something new, to someone that lives in a commuter belt and goes to London on the way back, wants to experience some theatre, some quality theatre as well.
I like the Theatre Royal of Winchester because it's different from anything else around and just makes you feel more special whilst being in it.
The way the Theatre Royal is very welcoming to children, and primary school children in Winchester do an annual drama production, and the theatre staff are all very helpful and very welcoming, and it's a really nice day for the children to remember.
I love the fact that you can see dance companies like Motion House. You can't see them anywhere else in Winchester or around the area, so it's a really good opportunity for people who love dance to go and see a show.
What I really like most of all, I think, is the intimacy. I like the fact that you're fairly close to the audience and you really feel part of it, you can connect with them. It's a real good atmosphere.
From a family point of view, it's very good for the children to have a local theatre on the doorstep. We especially like the family shows that are held on a Saturday morning.
I'd say one of the best things is the comedy there. I'm a big fan of comedy and there's been some great acts there. I went to go see Jimmy Carr, he was really good. There's Lenny Henry coming up as well, who I'm going to go see, and he's great. It's just a great range there.
Well, I think it's very valuable because I think there are a lot of people in Winchester that enjoy going to it. And Christmas time they have a very good pantomime. Children can go to it as well, so it's a range of, for everybody.
Well, I really love it because it's just a brilliant place to go. Really nice.
I think there's a lot of things that attract us there. It's a very friendly atmosphere. All of the staff are very anxious to help, and the people who are sort of the ushers and the usherettes are always very interested in the performances, and they start sharing little stories about the history of the performances and the history of the theatre. So you really feel part of it whenever you go.
I do think it's wonderful that we have a theatre in Winchester, a really good one too, where you get some really good plays.
It makes people think, and I think that's what theatre is about, is to make people think, maybe look at a subject with a different point of view. So I think they are doing amazingly well, but so long may it continue.
I think that it is crucially important that Theatre Royal remains the vibrant heart of Winchester that it is. The mixture that there is of the unusual, the up and coming and the very established in terms of what the Theatre Royal can bring to Winchester, I think is absolutely crucial.